Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. So, we got some maybe big news. As a former high official in China is talking about maybe lifting the crypto ban. Now, China would go crypto crazy if they lifted the crypto ban. So I think it would be highly regulated if they did actually list it, and only certain coins would actually be allowed. Now, coins that have the Chinese connection would probably benefit from this the most. But this former high official is actually saying he's part of the Bank of China. He's actually saying that basically banning crypto in the long term might hurt China's fintech aspirations, which could be useful for the future. We know that the United States has banned China from like microchips and a lot of other stuff, so China might want to try to take the lead in other ways. Now, they're definitely a bit behind other nations as they don't have any crypto exchanges on the mainland, and even though they've done a lot of blockchain development, the cryptocurrency development and innovation is not there because of their regulations. Now, even if they lift the ban on crypto, if they have stringent regulations, I think it's going to be hard for them to attract talent because people are obviously going to be driven by the financial and monetary incentive. So at least it's actually being floated right now by this guy named Huang Yiping. And of course, I think there's at least some tacit admission internally by the CCP, otherwise he wouldn't actually come out and say this, that there could actually be a lifting the crypto ban because if the party's policy was hardline, no crypto, no one can oppose, then no one would actually defy God Emperor Xi Jinping's decree that crypto would actually be banned. But just the fact that a former high official is coming out and arguing that it actually should be lifted is actually pretty good progress. And it could be the first step to actually getting the crypto ban lifted in China, which would be a big boon to crypto. Outside the United States, I believe China could actually be the biggest market for cryptocurrencies. And I know Chinese people, even more than American people, like to gamble money. And that's why gambling and everything is actually banned because they know that people would actually be addicted. Just look at what happened with the opium stuff back in the 1800s. Once it was actually allowed, everyone got addicted. Now, gambling's obviously not the same thing as opium, but they do tend to get addicted to this stuff, and then the government has to step in and ban it. But I think there will be stringent limitations, even if they do lift the ban, and they will have trouble attracting talent to the country. But maybe they will lift the sanctions enough or lift the restrictions enough where there will be people that really want to enter this really big market and make some money and also like let people trade. And the official said there is no particularly good way to ensure stability and function as to how cryptocurrency should be regulated, especially for a developing country, but ultimately an effective approach may still need to be found. So he's basically conceding that just completely banning it is not the best idea. They want an in-depth analysis, but they do realize there's a lot of risks. They're saying it's more a digital asset than a currency, so they're not going to treat it as a currency, and they're saying it lacks intrinsic value. I'm not really sure how people feel about that stance, but I think their main concern is that it will actually compete with the digital yuan, and some people would actually prefer it over the digital yuan, and definitely people will speculate on it, and they're afraid that would ruin the Chinese economy. But with the Chinese economy the way it's going, it's probably going to be ruined soon anyways, so they might want to try something new. I mean, China has been on the blockchain, not Bitcoin stance. And Xi Jinping wants to accelerate the adoption of blockchain, but they've been extremely hostile to crypto. But I think they're actually seeing right now that banning crypto is hindering blockchain adoption. And despite the ban, China has continued to be the second largest Bitcoin miner in the world because some people are definitely doing it under the table and they really can't stop that. So even though the Chinese government has massive surveillance, they're not completely all powerful as there is still resistance. Now, they are the second biggest Bitcoin miner behind the United States. And if they opened up to crypto, I think they would be the biggest Bitcoin miner again. And maybe the CCP sees that as an advantage as they could actually then hijack Bitcoin from the mining companies. We'll see how that works out, but I think China has a lot of plans regarding Bitcoin mining and maybe the opening up of crypto, which would actually be a huge boon to the market and really, really drive the bull run. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.